Hey guys, it's Tamara here with my week 36, I believe, post-op gastric bypass update, which I had on September 2nd, 2015 here in Anchorage, Alaska. I don't have any notes and I'm not really prepared to make this video, but I was hoping to get it up on time, meaning Wednesday, which is today. I'm on my way to the gym, so let's take a stab at it. If I remember, I'm going to put all my stats below. My height weight was 288. Day of surgery, I was 255. Last week, I came to you at 189.8, I believe. And this morning, I weighed in at 190.2 or something. So I'm up about a half a pound. Does not surprise me. I continue to struggle to stay on point with my eating. So it is what it is. Something new that's happened since the last time I talked to you guys is my boyfriend has started back at softball, and a couple of like cool things have happened since then. So he plays on two teams, a co-ed team and a men's team. And so we started co-ed on Friday. And so we went to his game, and he's been playing with these same guys for the last 2 or 3 summers, and then just last year he started also playing on the co-ed team. So all last year, pretty much every week he played on their co-ed team. And so Friday we went, and they didn't have enough girls. You have to have 5 guys and 5 girls. You have to have at least 4 girls to play, but you can't substitute a guy for a girl. So they only had 3 girls that were on their team there to play. And so they were, coming up on game time and just kind of wandering around asking girls on other teams that were just getting done playing if they wanted to play on their team, because you can pick up players from other teams as long as they're like registered to play in the same association or whatever. But so one of the guys said to John, my boyfriend, hey, when are you gonna start bringing your family dressed to play? So meaning me, because I was the only one there. And then later a couple of other guys said, like, Tamara, why aren't you playing? Which is intimidating because I've never ever played softball, and I imagine I'll be terrible. But they don't play in a like highly competitive league. They're pretty low in the ranks. They're mostly there just to have fun. This group of guys, a bunch of them like grew up together, and it's cousins and blah blah blah, whatever. But I thought that was interesting because all last year they're always fucking short on girls. I mean, not always, but many times I've been there and John's there to play, and they've been short girls and gone out and picked up girls from these other teams. And never once last summer, when I was 260 to 280 pounds, did they ever say, hey John, how come Tamara's not playing? Or hey Tamara, why aren't you playing? So that was nice that it's now I'm there to watch, and it's like, well, shit, why aren't you playing? And that was literally has never come up before. So that was nice. And then so I saw all these guys on Friday, most of them for the co-ed game. And then last night he had his first men's game, and so I of course go and just hang out, and they're a fun group of guys. They all talk shit and just like bust each other's balls, and those are my people. And so we're just hanging out after the game. Everybody's finishing up their beers and just catching up, because a lot of these guys we haven't seen since last fall. And one of the guys said to me, you look amazing, by the way. He's like, I don't know if I should say something, but you look great. You've lost a lot of weight. And he was like really emphasizing, like, you've lost a lot of weight. Not to be mean, but I can tell you've lost a lot of weight. And I was like, yep, thanks. Thank you. And one of the other guys said, well, so how much? Like, how much have you lost? And I said, just about 100 pounds. And they were like, wow, you know, you look great. Good for you. And then the one guy who had asked how much, he said, so what's your secret? Which is my least favorite question. Because especially when it's worded that way, what's your secret? And if I immediately respond with, I had surgery, I feel like that's giving the surgery too much credit. So one of the, you know, he said, what's your secret? And one of the guys was like, beer and sunflower seeds, duh. Because that's what we were all consuming at the moment. And I was like, yeah, duh. And I said, but really, I had surgery in September. So that kind of gave me like a boost. And I said, I eat mostly good most of the time and try to get a few workouts in a week. And not to oversimplify it, but I hate to kind of give the surgery too much, like I said, too much credit. I hate to word it like it's my secret weapon or whatever. And so, but it was really nice for the way the guy said it. And you could tell, you know, it's like when you don't know, when you're not really close with somebody, it is fucking awkward to comment on somebody's weight. But when you get into the 100-pound loss range, it's also, it's like, how do you not acknowledge it? So he's one of my, you know, not one of my favorite guys, but he's super funny. Like, I don't know him really. I mean, I don't know him from Adam. I just know him from, you know, going to these games a couple times a week and like socializing. And I'm super awkward. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I know I have, but I'm super fucking awkward. So even in those situations, it's like, those guys probably don't even know my name, because John's terrible at like, everybody knows my girl. Like, he doesn't do that. And I'm not like, hey, look at me. I'm just like quietly there in the background, and then like more and more we'll talk the more I'm comfortable with these guys. And that's how it's been. So it's like, do they even know my name? And a couple of them do, because I know them on a closer level, but whatever. It was just, and so we get in the car and we're driving home, and I said that was kind of my best case scenario, the way that conversation could go with this group of guys. And John's like, what? And I said, with that particular person saying what he said and how he said it, and he was kind of awkward about it, but the way he broached it and the way it kind of came in with the other guy saying, well, what's your secret? But when he said, what's your secret? And when I gave my answer, nobody was fucking listening to me and what I had to say, except for the one guy who asked. Everybody else was kind of, you know, there's other things going on, and nobody was like intently like, what'd you do? How'd you do it? Except for the one guy who asked. So we were in the car, and I said that was kind of my best case scenario. And it's always, and I was telling John, like, it's always so awkward when people ask me, what's your secret? And I'm never not going to tell people, but I hate to lead with that answer, because it, you know, I don't want to sell myself short. And he said, but he's like, yeah, you've worked your ass off. Like, it definitely hasn't been easy. And that was really nice for me, because he was sort of defending me and my negative self-talk, or I wasn't even, you know, doing negative self-talk, but just like the idea of it being like the easy way out, which it is. It's not the easy way out, but it's easier and more effective than what I've done in the past. But he was just like, yeah, you've worked your ass off. Like, no. I see what you mean, like not wanting to just say that and make it seem like it was no big deal. And I said, I worked my ass off to get the surgery, and then like, yeah, I've worked my ass off since then to be successful. So that was really nice. A little interaction that I had with those guys. And I told John last night, or actually today, because he's playing on the so he's, you know, 2 nights a week we have softball, and it's like our thing. We pack a cooler bag full of beer and go, and I sit out there, and we get there super early so that, you know, there's plenty of time to socialize and for him to warm up and everything. And so I'm just hanging out drinking beer and, you know, eating sunflower seeds, which are, you know, full of calories. It's not, whatever. But so I told him today, as I gained half a pound this week, I was like, I need to like pick a day. Like, I can't just be drinking beer every night, or like, you know, limit those things to once in a while and not, oh, it's Tuesday and Friday, so clearly I'm drinking beer. So I think, you know, obviously just recognizing that is what I need to do to make the change. Also, I am just about to go to the gym, so sorry I ramble on and tell stories in such a like winded way, but I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. For everybody who's going to WLSFA, I'm like mentally and emotionally preparing to be so fucking jealous of all of you guys that are getting together and spending time together. I wish you all have the best time. I will see you later. Bye.